Hi guys, Bull here. A few weeks ago I got really sick and I was stuck at home with nothing to do, so I went on Steam and I saw that Space Marine was available at a really low discount price, so I managed to download it and just play it. Obviously not the best game I've ever played. It's very entertaining though, and that's why I wanted to do a video on it today. By the way, Diablo 3, got really bored of that after a few weeks. The end game very bad. Just check out the Games Workshop Blizzard forums if you want to know more about that one, but I'm not going to dwell on it. Space Marine is a game created by Relic, THQ guys, who did Dawn of War 1 and 2, which I did some tournaments and commentaries on way back in the day. Actually, I did check out Dawn of War 2 Retribution recently, which was kind of entertaining, but the same sort of stuff. I mean, if you're really into serious real-time strategy games, you should probably go for StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, that sort of thing. Anyway, Space Marine, really entertaining. As you can see here, you can customize the look of your Space Marine, especially with the downloadable content they allow you. And you can either play as a Tactical Devastator or Assault Marine, and it's quite fulfilling. Killing the orcs, especially in the co-op Exterminatus mode, is really entertaining, but the arsenal is very fun. It's quite true to the background of the 40k system. Right now we're looking at a sort of Exterminatus mode, which is a sort of a co-op arena mode where you're stuck in an arena and you have to wait for the orcs to spawn and destroy them. Every so often you have to control these points here by staying at one location for enough time for the timer to count you as controlling the point. But yeah, it's a fairly tactical game. The different classes you can play as are reasonably balanced. Personally, I'm not that great at using the Assault Marine, but he's quite good. And I've been using the Tactical Marine, especially the combination of Plasma Gun and Melter Gun I find is quite effective. You can use the Vengeance Launcher, which is the grenade launcher, as well as the Melter Gun if you prefer. Exterminatus, not too serious. You go through four arenas with 5 waves of enemies before you finish it, and at the last stage there's a 21st bonus round, which consists of the Chaos showing up, demons, and so on. And play through the single player, it was quite a lot of fun, but very weak storyline, just the same sort of thing. Space Marines against orcs, and then they realise that the Chaos are actually the true threat. Very typical sort of 40k storyline, very basic, and has been done to death in the Games Workshop fiction behind the scenes and so on. But yeah, playing as Imperial Fist, sort of coloured Marine most of the time. Imperial Fist was my favourite Space Marine chapter, but I did manage to get the Legion of the Damned customised set from DLC for a couple of bucks or whatever it was, so I've been playing that as well. Yeah, really just a time killer game. I mean, I don't want to sort of make this game seem like it's better than it actually is. I mean, it won't sort of last you months and months and years worth of gameplay, but yeah, it's really entertaining if you've got some spare time and you're just time killing, because the action is actually quite gratifying, as you can see. In this situation, I'm using the bolt pistol because I really just don't want to waste any of my rounds, of my ammunition, which is quite scarce sometimes for the special weapons in this scenario, because this particular wave is quite easy to beat without having to use up all of the ammunition. Tactical Space Marine, my favourite, because you get to do the most stuff. I mean, he can attack fairly reasonably in the close combat, and he gets a choice of 2 weapons once you level up and pick up the perks. And that's an interesting thing about Space Marine, is that you level up as you play multiplayer. So you start as level 1 and your only option is to play as standard Tac Marine with a bolt gun. But as you play the game as Exterminatus mode, cooperative, and against other players, you level up and you get granted access to more weapons and more perks, which are abilities and upgrades you can get for your character as you progress. So there are, I think, there's 2 different arenas you can go through. So there's one set of arenas where you go through the sort of how shall I put it, space station type arenas, where you go through this one we're seeing right now and 3 others before you get to the end. And then there's the sort of open air canyons type arenas, which you can go through as well. Showing off the Melter Gun here. When you get really tailed by quite a lot of enemies, the Melter Gun's quite good at short range, and of course grenades as well. You can throw a frag grenade, which blows up a lot of dudes. And having a look here, this is multiplayer where you're against other Marines, and what you can do is you can join an arena game where you're in a team of Space Marines up against Chaos Space Marines. So the computer either stages you against the Space Marines regulars or as Chaos Space Marines. I haven't actually got any footage of me as a Chaos Space Marine, but I definitely chose the World Eaters color scheme for that one. World Eaters being one of my favourite Chaos Space Marine chapters, that along with Word Bearers. I like the red ones. Having a crack with the last gun at this moment. I found that multiplayer, I'm not that great at it, but my most success has been with just the standard Space Marine with a power sword, because if you can get in really close, it's quite quick to kill your opponent. And when I first started playing this game, multiplayer, I tried out the multiplayer arena, and I felt that the Marine died very, very quickly unless you had some decent perks and you knew what you're doing. So if you're going to try this game out yourself and just going to try the multiplayer out, probably don't go for the versus mode straight away. Just try the Exterminatus and level up your character a bit first and get used to it, and then have a crack at the team games that involve player versus player. Last gun is very powerful if you can get a few hits off at long range, but really, if you want to get a lot of kills in a multiplayer game, go for the close combat, because you've got an assault pack at that stage, so you can just fly in and get them in a few hits with a thunder hammer or a power sword. So at this point, trying out a power axe. What you can do is, if you're killed by an enemy soldier or enemy Marine or Chaos Space Marine in any situation, you can actually copy his or her loadout and just play again. Respawn is probably within 3 seconds for a multiplayer game against other opponents like this, but in Exterminatus you've got to wait quite a while in their lives, and if the orcs actually manage to get the better of you, then if you're running out of lives, then that's the end of the round. By the way, guys, War Machine tournament coming up in 1 weekend's time, so stay tuned for the YouTube video clips for that. It's going to be a stunner. 47 people down in Wellington, so it's going to be the biggest War Machine event I go to, and I'm planning to do very well at it. So check back YouTube in a week or two, and I'll start uploading those clips. But in the meantime, yeah, just a really light-hearted video review of Space Marine. Yeah, just trying to get a couple of kills for the last cannon. This is one of these capture and control videos where scenarios where you've got to basically hang out and get as many points as you can. But looks like I'm about to get owned here by this guy with the Thunderbolt, or sorry, the Power Maul. Double teams, totally pwned.